Hello and welcome to Listen and Speak English Stories podcast. Our mission here is simple, yet it is powerful. We are here to help you speak English fluently. We want you to speak English automatically. We want you to speak English without thinking. We want you to speak English without translating in your head. This is the goal. This is the destination. We believe that learning English should not be a chore. It should not feel like a difficult school subject, filled with grammar rules, filled with stressful tests. Instead, it should be an enjoyable, natural, and powerful process that builds your confidence every single day. Many of you have studied English for years. You have spent countless hours in classrooms. You have memorized long lists of vocabulary words. You have studied complex grammar rules until your head hurts. And yet, you still feel stuck. When it is time to speak, you hesitate. You feel nervous. The words do not come out smoothly. You translate from your native language. The conversation feels slow and difficult. I understand this feeling completely. It is a common problem, but it is a problem we can solve together. The old methods, the school methods, have failed you. It is time for a new way, a better way, a way that actually works. Our philosophy is different. We focus on the psychology of learning. We focus on your emotions. We focus on your confidence. We focus on your mindset. Today, we're going to use one of the most powerful tools for learning a language. This tool is the story. Stories are magical. They have been used for thousands of years to teach, inspire, connect people. When you listen to a story, you are not just learning words. You are learning with your emotions. You are connecting with characters. You are living through experiences. This is deep learning. This is the kind of learning that sticks with you. It is much more powerful than memorizing a word from a textbook because you feel the meaning. You don't just know it in your head, you understand it in your heart. Grammar rules are logical, but they are cold. They are abstract. They do not connect to your real life. But a story is different. A story is full of life. It is full of emotion, action, meaning. When you listen to a story in English, your brain works in a special way. It does not focus on analyzing the language. Instead, it focuses on understanding the meaning of the story. You become so involved in the plot and the characters that you forget you are learning. You absorb the grammar. You absorb the vocabulary. You absorb the rhythm and flow of English naturally, just by listening and understanding. Think about your favorite movie, your favorite book. You remember the characters, the feelings, the key moments. You probably also remember some of the famous lines. You did not try to memorize them. You remember them because they were part of a powerful emotional experience. This is exactly how we will learn English together. Our story is about a young woman named Maya. Maya was brave and full of hope. She came from a small town where everyone knew each other. Her dream was big. She wanted to become a graphic designer. In her home country, there were not many opportunities for this kind of work. So she made a huge decision. She decided to move to a big, bustling city in America. She saved her money for years. She said goodbye to her family. She said goodbye to her friends. She packed her life into 2 suitcases. She flew across the ocean all by herself to chase her dream. When Maya arrived, everything was new and exciting. The buildings were taller than anything she had ever seen. The streets were filled with people from all over the world. People were speaking many different languages. The energy of the city was electric. She felt a thrill every time she stepped outside her small apartment. She had a little bit of money saved, enough to live for a few months while she looked for a job. In her mind, she had a clear picture of her future. She imagined herself working in a cool design studio. She imagined creating beautiful art. She imagined speaking English with her new friends and colleagues. Maya was a talented artist. There was only one thing that stood between her and her dream. It was a barrier she had not fully prepared for. The barrier was English. In her home country, Maya had studied English in school for over 10 years. She could read English very well. She could understand movies with subtitles. She thought her English was pretty good. But when she tried to speak, something different happened. The words got stuck in her throat. Her mind went blank. The simple, easy conversations she had practiced in her head suddenly seemed impossible in real life. Every day, Maya felt a wall of fear growing taller around her. This was not a physical wall, but a wall made of anxiety and self-doubt. When she went to the grocery store, she would rehearse simple phrases in her head over and over. Hello, thank you, have a nice day. But when she got to the cashier, her heart would start to beat fast. Her palms would get sweaty. She would often just smile and nod, unable to say the words she had practiced. She felt invisible, like a ghost in the city. She was surrounded by millions of people, but she felt completely and utterly alone. This fear began to control her life. She started to avoid situations where she might have to speak. One morning, Maya decided she would not let fear win. Not today. She decided to do something that felt very scary but was also very simple. She was going to go to a small coffee shop near her apartment and order a coffee. She stood in front of her mirror and practiced the sentence. Hello, can I please have a large black coffee? She said it 10 times, then 20 times, until the words felt a little more comfortable in her mouth. She entered the coffee shop. A friendly barista with a warm smile looked at her and said, Hi there, what can I get for you today? Maya took another deep breath, and then she spoke. Hello, she said, her voice a little shaky. Can I please have a large black coffee? The barista smiled and said, Of course, one large black coffee coming right up. She walked out of the coffee shop holding her coffee like a trophy. It was just a cup of coffee, but for Maya, it was so much more. It was a victory. It was proof that she could do it. That small victory in the coffee shop was the turning point for Maya. It was a tiny event, but it changed everything in her mind. She realized that the fear was bigger in her head than it was in reality. She started a new routine. Every day she would give herself a small, manageable mission. One day her mission was to ask for directions to the library. Another day her mission was to go to the farmer's market and ask a vendor about the apples. Slowly but surely, Maya began to change her mindset. She stopped focusing on her mistakes. Instead, she started celebrating her small successes. Every time she had a small conversation, she would feel a rush of pride. She started to see herself not as a failed English speaker, but as a brave English learner. She learned to be kind to herself. She understood that it was okay to have an accent. Her accent was a part of her story, a part of who she was. This new mindset was freeing. The wall of fear did not disappear overnight, but with every small conversation, she was removing one brick from that wall. The city started to feel less intimidating and more like a community. Maya was no longer a ghost. She was becoming a part of the city's vibrant life, one conversation at a time. With her confidence growing, Maya decided it was time for a bigger step. She remembered the art club she had been too afraid to join. Walking into the room was difficult. It was full of people chatting and laughing. An older woman with kind eyes noticed her and walked over. Hello, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Maya's heart was beating fast, but she smiled and used her voice. Hello, my name is Maya. It's my first time here. Maya started going to the art club every week. Each week, her voice became a little louder. Her sentences became a little longer. Her confidence grew. She started to make friends. She was no longer just practicing English. She was communicating. She was connecting with people. Several months passed. Maya's English was not perfect, but it was alive. It was real. One day, a friend from the art club sent her a job posting. It was for a junior graphic designer position at a small creative studio. It was the job she had dreamed of. She updated her portfolio. She wrote a cover letter. She sent in her application. A week later, she got an email. They wanted to interview her. The fear she felt was immense, but this time it was different. It was the nervous energy of a big challenge, not the paralyzing fear of failure. On the day of the interview, she walked into the design studio. She told them her story. She talked about her journey from her small town to this big city. She spoke with passion and sincerity. She made mistakes. Her accent was still there, but it did not matter. A few days later, she received a phone call. She got the job. As she hung up the phone, tears of joy streamed down her face. She had done it. She had not just gotten a job. She had found her voice. She had conquered her fear. She had made her dream a reality. Maya's story is not just a story. It is a mirror. It reflects the journey that many of you are on right now. You may feel like Maya did at the beginning. You may feel the wall of fear. You may feel stuck, frustrated, and alone. I want you to listen to me very carefully. Your dream is not impossible. You have the power to achieve it. The journey to fluency is not about being perfect. It is about being brave. It is about taking that first small step, just like Maya did when she ordered her coffee. Your mission starting today is to find your own coffee shop. Find a small way, find a simple way, find a safe way. It can be anything. Say hello to a neighbor. Leave a positive comment in English on a video. Order food in English. Do not wait until you feel confident. Confidence does not come first. Courage comes first. You must act first. Take a small, brave step, and then the confidence will follow. Every small victory will build your momentum, just like it did for Maya. Remember to be kind to yourself. Your accent is not a weakness. It is a sign of your history and your courage. Focus on communication, not perfection. You can do this. I believe in you. Maya's story can be your story. The same courage she found is inside of you right now. Your voice is important. Your dreams are valid. Do not let fear keep you silent any longer. Start today. Start small, but start. You are an English speaker. Believe it. Now go, and let your journey to fluency begin.